Hey there! Welcome to another short tutorial. Today's tutorial is a request from Shirit. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for requesting this video. I was a little bit scared when you suggested that there should be a tutorial on horseback on the reformer, because this is the exercise that I think it's very challenging for me to do, and I think that I'm someone who has a hard time making a round shape with their back. And so I believe that someday it will be my very, very favorite exercise. However, that day is not yet come. So it is a bit of a challenging exercise for me, and I'm not a stellar example of what a round shape of the back is, but I will do my best. So I have a Gratz reformer. I have long box on, my headpiece is up. I have one, all the springs are off except for one in the middle, and I have my handles. So long before using the reformer to do the horseback, you should become an expert at the horseback, which is done on the ladder barrel. And I will insert a clip of horseback on the ladder barrel into this video as well. So, because on the ladder barrel, you're working on the shape and the engagement of your muscles, but you don't yet have resistance, and you don't yet have something that moves while you do the exercise. So it's a little bit more manageable there. It's really not a picnic or a fun place to do it there either. It's not easy by any means, because it's pretty much you on a barrel trying to do the exercise. But it is a good place to start learning the horseback. And I take great comfort in my own horseback skills because I have learned, it's my understanding that back in Joe Pilates' studio, back in the day, horseback was a part of a group of exercises that were considered men's exercises. And there is a version of the horseback where you come out of your round shape and you make a big sort of star kind of shape. And I've seen male colleagues do that exercise. With Pilates, I always feel like exercises are on a little bit of a need-to-know basis. And so depending on what kind of body you have, what your skill set is, if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're an athlete, if you're a dancer, the version of the exercise that gets taught to you might be different from someone else who is different. So I'm going to do the standard version of the horseback, making the round shape. Maybe when I master that, they'll decide to teach me the other one. So I'm going to get my handles, and usually you'll get on with one handle in each hand, kind of with the straps kind of behind you, so that you can take your close leg to the reformer and straddle the box and get into position. So I would say, as we do the exercise, I'm going to do one so we can talk about, we'll know what we're talking about, and then I'll talk about some pitfalls and some strategies. So I'm going to keep my heels reaching forward and my back tall, and then I'm going to come into the exercise and extend my toes and round my back. And then I'm going to lower the strap and round the back and push up. Lower and push up and lower and push up. And then I'm going to sit tall again. So I find that a pitfall is not knowing which part of the horseback you're going for initially. I know there's a lot of talk about lifting yourself up and off the box, but there's also a lot of talk about the round shape of the back in the exercise. So for me, I feel like the round shape should be primary. You should have the round shape first. Once you have the round shape, then you can work on lifting and having more of that element of the exercise. But I think the shape is more important than how high off the box that you lift. So let's do it again. So I'm going to squeeze the box with my inner thighs. That is now I'm remembering, the biggest pitfall of the horseback is that the strap and the resistance is attached to the upper body. The horseback is not an arm exercise. The part of the body that's hugging that box, this is actually a lower body exercise. And so the lower body working just as fiercely as it does in the teaser. So you can see that the horseback is really just an inverted teaser. If I leaned back and my legs went up in the air, I'd be in the teaser. So the lower body must grab the box and round the back. So I would say that trying to make the horseback not an arm exercise is the first element of business that you need to attend to. So let's do one more. So far I've lowered and lifted my hands just like you can do in the teaser, and now I'm going to do some circles. That's another option. So circles are a little more challenging than lower and lift. So I think the horseback comes at a beautiful place in the order of the exercises. It comes right after the breaststroke, which is a big extension of the back. And I always feel like the only time that you want to do the horseback is after you've done the breaststroke, because you need to round your back after that big extension. So some other concerns, or some other like strategies that I'm working about actually. So I find it's easy to get kind of into the arms too much. And so it's nice if you can kind of take the pushing down of the spring onto so the handle basically pushes into like this. That's what the force of the spring tension is kind of compressing you. And so if you can take that help to kind of anchor the shoulder in the back, I find that it helps you keep the work out of the shoulder and the arm. So I'm going to do one more. So I'm letting the handle kind of anchor my shoulders in my back, and then I'm trying to keep it there. Okay, now I've done 4 horseback. So if you have any questions, if there's something about the horseback I did not mention that you want to have clarification on, please leave me a comment below. And if you'd like to see more tutorial videos like this, do let me know. Maybe there's an exercise out there that you particularly feel about, like I feel about the horseback. It's a little bit of a nemesis, but someday you're gonna whip that thing into shape and it's gonna be your favorite exercise. I think I like to say that about all of them. Someday, that too will be my favorite exercise. And stay tuned, I am gonna let you see it on the barrel as well. Give this video a thumbs up, become a subscriber to see more videos like this, and I will see you next time. Bye, thank you so much. I'm at the ladder barrel now to look at the horseback, the first version of the horseback that you'll learn on the ladder barrel. So let's take a look. And I forgot to mention before that the ladder barrel is also much more conducive to straddling and squeezing because it's nice and round and more comfortable. The box, depending on the box you have, it might be padded, but it might be a little bit owie on the corners where you have to use some black pads. So this is a little more comfortable place to do it as well. Not that that's why we started our Pilates in the first place. So you'll stand on the inside of the barrel to get on, and you're going to bring your close leg to the barrel up like you would kick your horse in the head, and then you're going to sit up on top. And you just want to make sure that you're not going to fall off the back of the horse. And essentially you'll do the same thing that you would do on the reformer. You just don't have straps. So you're going to squeeze the barrel, pull your stomach in and reach forward, and then you're going to make some circles. And then you'll sit. And that's sort of like the final version that you'll learn here. But there are some stepping stones along the way that you can use as well to teach people, even yourself. So initially, if it feels okay in your knees, you'll bend your knees so you can squeeze and kind of like have your whole leg to squeeze the barrel like a little jockey. And you're going to put your hands right in front of you. And your hands are actually going to just push so that you can suck the belly away from where your hands are, so you can get that round shape. And that you could do just to kind of find the shape initially. And then once you can find the shape, you'll hold the shape and you'll just reach your arms forward, kind of like spine stretch forward. And then you'll sit. And you'll squeeze the barrel, pull your stomach in and make spine stretch forward, and sit. And then once that's pretty manageable, you'll come into that position again, and keeping your round shape, you'll extend your legs. And then you'll sit. And then eventually you'll build to that full version again, where you're going to squeeze the barrel, extend your feet, find your shape, and circle. And I'm finding, I'm so used to the one on the reformer, which I do regularly, I'm really finding it very challenging to figure out how to do it again on this barrel, because this is really kind of wider than the box. So I'm gonna do one more. Maybe I'll be round. So extend the feet, find the shape. And then you would just bring your leg across to slide off into the inside of the barrel to finish. So have a go with that version of the horseback as well, if the one on the reformer doesn't suit you. See what you think. If you have any questions about an element of either horseback that I didn't mention, please do leave me a comment below. And thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Thank you so much, Shirit, for suggesting that I do this one. It's very good for me to make tutorials on exercises that are really, really challenging. And I will see you next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do become a subscriber so you won't miss a video. Thank you, bye! And then I'm gonna descend to the mat gently onto my knees, and then I'm just gonna lie down onto my stomach with my head right in front of the wood of the chair. And then depending on the length of your arm and the flexibility of your shoulder, you're gonna have your hands on the pedal. Your chest and your head may or may not be on the floor when your arm is